the pace is still the same and the gap is not really dropping too much. Here goes Mathieu van der Poel, sprinting for the finish line, giving this every single little bit of power. Remember, the time he needs to be inside is 32 minutes and 39 seconds. He holds the maillot jaune.
Mathieu van der Poel and Tadej POGAČAR, the big winners of yesterday's time trial. The former kept his yellow jersey and the latter dominated his GC rivals. But they should take a back seat on stage 6, another one for the sprinters. A super strong breakaway tried to go clear at the start. Van Avermaet, De Gent, Asgreen, Krauw Andersen, Pollitt, Skuwens, Rickard and Zimmerman. But the peloton were having none of it, with Groupama FDJ, ARKEA SAMSIC and Kubega Nextash leading the chase.
5 secondes, 25 seconds pour le groupe de tête, 25 seconds now.
Greg Van Avermaet now is deciding to go solo. Huge attack by the Olympic champion.
The rest were brought back after 30 kilometres with only the Olympic champion forging on alone, but he soon had a bit of company.
Van Avermaet's done exactly what Simon predicted, and he's waited for Roger Kluge. They're going to look around and they are going to get on with this now and see whether they can go all the way to the race finish.
The peloton covered almost 50 kilometres in that first hour before easing off slightly, but they kept Van Avermaet and Kluge on a tight leash. The intermediate sprint, some 56k from the finish, giving the sprinters a chance to stretch their legs.
And they're getting ready. Sagan makes his way up on the left-hand side. Cavendish in the green, immediately onto the wheel of Morkau. Oh, Sagan nearly touches the wheel of Morkau. Sprinting for the line now. Cavendish seems to not quite have the legs there, and it's Colbrelli who takes it on the left-hand side. There's Colbrelli's having a word with Cavendish here, I think, or Bouhanni. I'm not entirely sure.
Let's take a look here. So you can see Peter Sagan went up the left and Morkau's moved right across from the middle of the road to the left-hand side of the road to hold Peter Sagan against the barrier. Sagan's tried to give him a push on the hip, but at that point it was too late. Colbrelli going up the right.
Not easy for the leading duo to stay away on the long, straight roads into Châteauroux, a place with special significance for the man in green.
Van Avermaet in the gold as the Olympic champion, just relaying each other through, trying to stay away. 360 metres between them and the peloton.
I don't know what to say, man. Like, just being here is special enough, you know. Didn't think I'd ever get to come back to this race.
Cavendish is there, Case Bowl is there. Who's going to win in Fougères? Is it going to be Cavendish? Cavendish takes the stage.
So many people didn't believe in me, you know, and these guys do. 13 years ago, I won the same finish tomorrow in Châteauroux, and I won again in 2011. We know we can win, and we'll just try again.
Van Avermaet and Kluge doing their best Brent Van Moor impressions in the last few kilometres, but they were eventually caught. The sprint teams jostling for position before the very long final straight.
There are riders bouncing off each other all over the place here. Eekhoff is trying to get in the line to get Case Bowl in position. Breakaway is over. Today we're going to have a sprint.
You see Roger Kluge and Greg Van Avermaet just shake hands saying great job, good effort. Unfortunately, it didn't work for us today. Here's that left-hand corner.
They did a wonderful job. Left-hand corner with Bahrain victorious on the front for Sonny Colbrelli. Alaphilippe, his third wheel. Behind them, Morkau in slow motion almost, just getting ready to come off the wheel of Ballerini. There's a little bit of cobbles there in the middle of the road. You don't really want to be there. Max Wildscheid moves up for the team of Quebec and Nextash on the wheel of Victor Campenaerts. Sagan is there too. He's moving up. He comes alongside and nudges out the way the DSM sprinter and gets right in the slipstream of the lead-out train of Mark Cavendish, who right on his wheel is Case Bowl.
Ballerini on the front now. Is it too early? There's still a long way to go. It's slightly uphill at this point. The riders go under the Flamberoos of 1 kilometre out.
1 kilometre to go. Van Poppel has his lead-out train in the neon yellow on the left-hand side. The arrival of Nacer Bouhanni in the colours of ARKEA SAMSIC. 800 metres to go now.
Ballerini is digging in here. He needs to take Morkau as close to the line as possible. On the right, Mathieu van der Poel hitting out for ALPECIN FENIX.
ALPECIN FENIX have got their lead-out train right. Sagan comes in. There's 2 trains. ALPECIN FENIX with Philipsen and the team of DECEUNINK Quickstep with Cavendish, and locked in on his wheel is Case Bowl with Sonny Colbrelli. Now it's fast. 300 metres to go. ALPECIN FENIX kick with Tim Merlier. On his wheel is Philipsen. Cavendish has already beaten him this season. Cavendish bites now and goes. The Max Missile going, they're all over the road. Cavendish in the centre, and Mark Cavendish wins number 32.
Mark, it's your 30 seconds victory. You know what my next question is going to be. You thinking about that?
Don't say the name, don't say the name.
I didn't say anything.
I'm not thinking about anything. Again, I've just won a stage of the Tour de France. If that was my first stage, if that was my 32nd stage, I'd just won a stage of the Tour, and that's what people work their whole lives for, you know. Yeah. I'm very, very happy. That's all. If I'm good enough to win 50 more, I'm good enough to win 50. If I'm good enough to never win again here, so be it. I'm not good enough to win again here. It's the Tour de France.
Mark Cavendish taking his 2nd win of this year's race in some style, ahead of Jasper Philipsen and Nacer Bouhanni. Van der Poel remains the race leader, making him the first Dutchman to wear the yellow jersey for 5 consecutive days. Cavendish is also in the mix for a 2nd green jersey after 2011. POGAČAR, the overall favourite and the best young rider, stays 8 seconds behind Van der Poel. And Edith Skelling will finally have some work to do to defend his polka dot jersey in tomorrow's long stage to Le Creusot. 13 years later and still winning on the Tour de France, Cav completes his Châteauroux hat-trick.